Hi everyone, my name is Kimia Ghazi and I will be talking to you guys today about robotic process automation. So what is RPA? Robotic process automation involves the automation of repetitive rules-based tasks through RPA software. Although RPA software has been around for quite a few years, starting probably in the early 2000s, it has come a long way in its advancements, and more corporations are investing in RPA software development because many organizations are starting to invest more money in automating processes. So a bot can be used to complete typically boring, mundane, repetitive tasks that a human completes with far more accuracy and far faster. So when a bot is programmed, it can be programmed to do things in a certain time frame, and it can pull data from several different systems all at the same time. So PwC estimates that 45% of work activities that we do today can be automated, and this automation would save $2 trillion in global workforce costs. So what can RPA do for us? Bots can complete many different tasks at the same time, and this helps with productivity in the workplace, consistency with work completed, following compliance and regulatory rules, and most importantly, I think, is accuracy. Because there's no human manual intervention involved, a bot will repeatedly complete the tasks that you've programmed it to do with little to no error or typos, and we often see this when a human is involved. A big benefit of RPA also is productivity savings. So because cycle times are so much faster when a bot is involved, we're not only saving time and effort and money, but employees now, instead of completing these mundane, repetitive tasks, can focus on more strategic, more analytical roles in the workplace. So who are the big names in the RPA world? The most commonly known RPA software developer is UiPath. They're one of the most mature software companies, and they have a robust suite of tools that help many large corporations like GE. Alteryx is another big one. They're pretty focused on the data analytics side, and the way Blue Prism sets themselves apart is with their focus on artificial intelligence and blending that with RPA. Automation Anywhere is a little bit smaller and newer to the RPA world, but they're quickly gaining traction and becoming more popular in this space. So where can we use RPA today? The main functions that a lot of corporations implement RPA in are accounting, audit, and HR. A lot of these functions involve quite a few data downloads, data validations, reconciliations, things like that. And these are all functions where a bot can be programmed to pull that data for us, reconcile the data for us, create dashboards, automate dashboards, do employee data queries, all things that again involve human manual intervention where errors can occur. Instead, we can program bots to help us save time, ensure accuracy and compliance, and help us meet our organization's goals. In the next slide, you will see an interview between myself and the Vice President of GE Digital's RPA Center of Excellence, and he'll teach us a little bit more about RPA and what it does. Okay, hey guys, I'm here with Eric Lex. He is the VP of our, what is this, the RPA COE, we'll call it, right?
Yeah, the process automation COE for GE.
And how long have you been in this role?
I've been in this role now about a year and a half.
Okay, and then you graduated from FMP and from CAS.
Yeah, okay. I did 2 years on FMP and then 4 years on the audit staff.
And then did you go into the RPA world right after that, or did you study in between?
Yeah, this is my first role coming off of audit staff.
Okay, nice. So for people in the class who may not know what RPA is, it stands for Robotic Process Automation. Can you tell us a little bit about, because I have a little bit of experience with it, but can you just tell us what it is and what people use it for?
Yeah, absolutely. So RPA, it's a newer, we'll call it an emerging technology that is actually originated from a very old classic technology that was based around kind of software testing tools, and it kind of emerged to become more of a front office, back office type automation technology. So essentially what it does is it mimics human tasks on a computer.
Okay.
So anything that's rule based on a computer, this software enables you to automate those tasks. So
something you could do over and over again.
Exactly. Yep. Highly repetitive, highly transactional work like applying invoices, sending emails to customers that are standardized.
Oh, that's interesting.
Booking manual journal entries. So anything that is rule based, think a complex decision tree if-then statements can be performed by RPA.
Okay, that's so cool. And I think a lot of what we do with Global Ops is transactional considered to be that way. But how at GE specifically have we used RPA, and how has it helped for better or for worse?
Yeah, so I would say we are, in retrospect, one of the more mature RPA COEs across the industry. I've done a lot of benchmarking and meetings with some of our external peers, and we're further ahead on the journey than most. We've deployed about 255 robots, so think automated 255 processes, whether that's journal entries, whether it's invoice distribution or otherwise. So that's a pretty significant number, and I think primarily we've focused on the finance and accounting space.
Okay.
But
so
also,
automating all their processes, or trying to?
Yep, exactly. Reconciliations, MJEs, and things like that. And then additionally, a lot of time spent in the AR, so accounts receivable space. Applying customer payments to invoice numbers is very transactional,
right.
High volume work, as well as the buy to pay space, so creating POs and otherwise. So, so we've spent a lot of time in there, and I would say our portfolio is focused mainly on those three areas, but we are emerging to spend more time in kind of the legal department, HR.
Oh, that's cool.
If you think about all the processes there. So there's really no perfect industry or function to apply RPA. It can be applied in across any function in any business, and it's nice because the benefits are that it's a much faster implementation time. Our team streamlined the processes so that we can deploy a robot in about 8 to 12 weeks versus if you think about traditional large-scale ERP upgrades or implementations or system changes. I mean, those can take 6 months to 18 to 24 months to do, so you don't really realize that productivity very quickly. So that's partially why RPA has taken the market by storm and has been the fastest growing tech industry really in the past 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, and I feel like we always hear kind of buzz about it. You said you've benchmarked other companies. Are other companies moving as fast as GE, or are they focusing on other functions besides the financial side of the house?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we had going for us was that for GE to move so quickly, we were really just getting our arms around the whole global operations piece.
Okay.
And so having this space where the leadership was very supportive of technology implementations and how we can streamline processes, I think we really, from a timing perspective and just a leadership perspective, hit the sweet spot. Because I think to really go fast with RPA, you've got to have strong leadership support, but you've also got to have very digitally curious, functional people. So the people doing the processes need to be open to the technology. There's really three big names in the industry today as it comes to the vendors, and you've got UiPath, Automation Anywhere, and Blue Prism. So there's each of them. I think generally speaking, the tools have a similar kind of capability from an RPA standpoint, but I do think that UiPath, who's our vendor, has done a lot of work and invested a lot in building out trainings that you can do online, and they've got very basic trainings.
That's nice.
Yeah, I've started to do them. You can get certifications, and they've got different types. If you want to do a program manager training, if you don't want to do the hands-on development, they've got a training for that. They've got hands-on development. So yeah, you can find it anywhere on their websites, and it's pretty accessible.
That is cool. Last question. We always hear in the news robots are going to take over people's jobs. Do you think that's true? And what do you kind of see 5, 10 years from now the future being? Yeah,
I think, and that's a very realistic topic as we think about a lot of companies have had trouble scaling RPA because of the kind of fear that's around it. I would say in the short term, people are fairly focused around, okay, how can we use RPA to eliminate jobs or drive productivity? You'll read a number of white papers that say that this is the exact opposite approach. You've got to come in, and to succeed with RPA, you've got to be willing to rethink how you have designed your organization. So I would say, long story short, I think in the short term you're going to see some job loss driven by RPA. But I think, and a lot of the studies out there show or indicate that automation will be a net job creator because of the opportunities it will open up. I think leaders will just have to get their mindset around how to better utilize their organizations. For example, instead of, having one person manage 200 people, you could have, 10 people managing 200 bots. And it's, having the skill set to manage a bot is very different than
a real person.
than how you would manage a real person.
Yeah.
But I think it's being open-minded in how you redesign your organization to kind of accept automation overall.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope you all were able to learn a little bit more about RPA at GE and the possibilities with RPA through my interview with Eric Lex. And in conclusion, what we've learned is that RPA uses software to create bots that complete rules-based tasks for us. Companies are using these within their accounting worlds, their auditing worlds, HR, and it's slowly starting to expand into other functions and organizations. RPA is continuing to expand in scope. We're seeing more companies beginning to develop RPA software. So I think we'll be continuing to see more implementation in the future. So what else is in the future for RPA? The healthcare industry is starting to utilize RPA quite a bit more through their patient data pools, insurance reports, and things like that. The biggest question that we're left with, are bots going to take our jobs? And through my interview with Eric, I learned that although this may cause an initial job decrease with some transactional jobs being taken away, in the long run, more jobs will be created due to the new software and technologies that are becoming available. Thank you for your time, and I hope these questions spark some more thought when it comes to RPA. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to let me know. Thank you.